Your dog isn't just watching you, they're studying you. This connection is rooted deep in the history of domestication, a process that favored dogs with a unique ability to tune into human behavior. Unlike their wolf ancestors, dogs that could understand a simple point, a glance, or a change in tone were more likely to thrive alongside humans. This wasn't a random skill, it was a survival advantage. Over thousands of years, this consistent interaction shaped the canine brain, making dogs exceptionally skilled at interpreting the signals we send, often without even realizing it. Their attention to our gestures and expressions is a direct result of this shared evolutionary journey, turning our subtle movements into a language they have become fluent in. Dogs possess a remarkable sensitivity to our body language. A slight shift in posture, the direction of our gaze, or the way we hold our hands, can convey a wealth of information. When you lean forward, they might interpret it as a sign of engagement or an invitation to approach. When you turn away, they often understand it as disinterest or a signal to stop an activity. This is not just instinct. It's a learned skill, honed through countless hours of observation. They create associations between our physical cues and subsequent events. For example, a dog quickly learns that picking up a leash signals a walk, or that putting on a certain pair of shoes means you're leaving. Their world is a constant stream of information gathered by watching our every move. This visual decoding is a fundamental part of how they navigate their social environment and maintain a strong bond with us. The human face is a particularly rich source of information for a dog. Research suggests that dogs process facial expressions in a way that is surprisingly similar to humans. They can distinguish between a smile and a frown, and they adjust their behavior accordingly. A smiling face is often seen as welcoming and non-threatening, encouraging a dog to approach and interact. Conversely, an angry or fearful expression can make them hesitant, cautious, or even anxious. They pay close attention to our eyes, using our gaze to locate objects of interest. This phenomenon, known as gaze following, is a sophisticated social skill. If you stare intently at something, your dog is likely to look in the same direction, trying to figure out what has captured your attention. This ability highlights their desire to share focus with us and understand what is important in our immediate environment. Vocal tones are just as important as visual cues. Dogs are masters at interpreting the emotional content of our speech, even if they don't understand the words themselves. The pitch, volume, and cadence of your voice communicate your mood directly to your dog. A high-pitched, cheerful voice is often associated with praise, play, and excitement, motivating them to engage. A low, firm tone typically signals a command or disapproval, causing them to pause and pay closer attention. This sensitivity is not limited to commands. When we speak to them in a soft, soothing manner, it can have a calming effect, reducing stress and anxiety. Scientists believe that dogs process the emotional tone of speech in the right hemisphere of their brain, much like humans do. This parallel processing allows them to respond to the feeling behind our words, strengthening the emotional connection we share. Our scent also tells a detailed story that dogs are uniquely equipped to read. A dog's sense of smell is thousands of times more powerful than ours, allowing them to detect subtle chemical changes in our bodies. When we experience emotions like fear or stress, our bodies release specific hormones, such as adrenaline and cortisol, which have a distinct scent. Your dog can smell these changes. This is why a dog might approach and offer comfort when you're feeling anxious, or seem more on edge when you're afraid. They are literally smelling your emotional state. This olfactory information provides another layer of context to our actions and words. When our scent aligns with our tone of voice and body language, the message becomes crystal clear. But when they are in conflict, for example, if you try to sound calm but your scent betrays your anxiety, your dog may become confused or wary, trusting their nose over your words. Dogs combine all these streams of information, visual, auditory, and olfactory, to form a complete picture of our intentions and emotions. They don't just see you pick up the leash, they see your posture, hear the excitement in your voice, and smell the subtle scent of anticipation. This multisensory approach makes them incredibly adept social partners. This skill is constantly being refined. Every interaction is a learning opportunity. When a dog successfully interprets a cue and receives a positive outcome, like a treat or a pat, the behavior is reinforced. Over time, this creates a complex and nuanced understanding of their specific human patterns. This is why dogs often seem to know what we're going to do before we do it. They are not mind readers. They are expert observers who have learned to anticipate our actions based on a history of carefully observed cues. This deep understanding is the foundation of the powerful bond between humans and dogs.